Hello, fellow collectors, and welcome to a brand new experience for both me and you. This is my very first YouTube video, and I gotta be honest with you, I never thought I would create a YouTube video, but it wasn't until I started my Twitter channel that I realized that I would like to branch out, and I would like to try to have something where I could show more of my followers some of the things I collect and why I collect them. And that's really what I hope that this channel does. And I really want to try to set all of my content aside from everybody else's content by showing you a little bit of what I collect and why I collect it. I collect primarily Japanese cars because I grew up with Japanese cars. I've loved them ever since I was a late teenager, all the way up until my mid-20s, and then I fell in love again with them in my 30s. Now, tonight, I'm really excited. I get the opportunity to do this with all of you. I'm going to finally unbox my 2023 Hot Wheels Legends Tour Honda S2000. And what a great car to start with. And even before we get to the S2000 itself, last year we got the Hot Wheels Legends Tour Nissan Skyline R32 GTR, which is absolutely stunning. And it's just been such a great couple of years now for the Japanese cars. Now, this is my already loose R32 GTR Hot Wheels Legends car. I absolutely love it. It looks great out of the box. And I know there are a lot of collectors who love to keep it all in, but when you set them loose, it just does something. And I'll tell you what it does. It makes it really hard to keep all of the other cars in the box. But as you can see, I have another one, and it is boxed, and it's going to stay boxed. And this one that is boxed, you're probably wondering, well, why do you need two? Well, one of the ways I collect is I do collect for value. And I think that there are a lot of other collectors who get that and understand that. And I think there are some collectors who just don't get that aspect of it. And that's okay. If some people just want to collect because they just like cars, they don't care about the money, they don't care about what it could be one day, that's all right. Me personally, I like to see my collection grow in both size, but also monetary value. Now, let's get to it. Let's get to the S2000. Let's talk about it, and let's look at it. Now, when this car first came out, I remember walking into Honda showrooms and seeing the S2000 on the floor. And I was just a kid, but wow, the sight of one in person, the leather seats, the beautiful color, and seeing a Honda convertible was something that was really cool. Something we haven't seen in such a long time, if you count the Del Sol. I kind of count the Del Sol, I'm not gonna lie to you here. But this was a cool car. Not only was it a cool real car, it was a car that was affordable. When this car first came out, it was a $30,000 car, $35,000 maxed with all of the options you could possibly buy. And at the time, it was one of my very favorite Hondas. Now, someone might argue, well, wait, what about, the higher end cars like the Honda NSX, Acura NSX? Well, those vehicles were awesome, but they were so expensive. Back then, just to get an NSX, you were looking at anywhere from $60,000 all the way up to $150,000, which was just out of reach for any normal person. And I didn't see a lot of people that owned an NSX back then when I was still in that Honda scene, in that tuner scene, and you're going to parking lots and you're checking out all of the other tuners there. You didn't really see an NSX roll up. You didn't see Toyota Supras roll up. There was one instance where I can recall someone coming into a parking lot with a Toyota Supra, and that was a really neat time. As for the NSX, no. S2000s? Yeah, quite a few actually. A friend of mine actually had an S2000. It was Suzuka Blue. It was gorgeous. He eventually supercharged it, and he eventually moved on from the S2000, and he picked up an Acura NSX, which that's another story for another time. But let's go ahead and let's get into this. So we're not going to do anything special here. I'm just going to go ahead and pop it off as carefully as I can, the way they're meant to be, I guess. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. Try to be as careful as I can. Not too bad. All right, let's throw that back there. Let's go ahead and take the insert out, which I gotta tell you, I love the insert. I think these are really nice. All right, it's light. It's very light. It's lighter than I expected, to be honest with you. But wow, that paint up close looks fantastic. Big spoiler on the back looks great. The Honda emblem itself looks excellent. Love the tail lights, love the wheels, and I really like that they went with the real riders with tread. I love the tread, it just looks cool. And these wheels themselves, they look great. Now you can see here on the R32, they did not go with that tread look. They're just flat, which is fine. You know, they both look great, but I like the tread look more, personally. So there it is. That's that Honda S2000 from this year's Legends Tour. And it's really nice that we're able to purchase that car online. I know that some people might argue that the price point for those is kind of ridiculous. You're paying $48 after shipping for a Hot Wheel. And you know, I kind of agree. I'm not gonna lie, that is very expensive. Especially when you start looking at RLC cars. You know, you purchase an RLC car and you're looking at $25 for just your standard RLC that comes in with a blister and card. And then when you look at the RLC car where you get the acrylic case, you're looking at $30, and that's before shipping. So is this an expensive car? Yeah, it is an expensive car. Should you go and buy it if you don't love the S2000? I don't recommend doing that. If you don't love it, why buy it? You know, don't buy into the hype. That's one of the biggest problems I see people get themselves into. And before you know it, you've got buddies who collect and they've got too many cars. And they're like, how do I get rid of this thing? What do I do to get rid of it? And you can't get rid of them. Not simple. It's not simple. It's very challenging to get rid of everything. So let's go ahead. Let's put this on the spin table. Let's take a closer look at the 2023 Legends Tour S2000, and it's just stunning. I love everything about this car. There's not one thing I would change except for maybe putting some chrome on that front Honda emblem. Everything else, I love it. From the roof scoop to the hood they used, taillights look fantastic, rear emblem looks great, tread on the tires, the wheels themselves, all the deco. It's fantastic. Love this car. It's a car I grew up with. It's a car that I still love today. And it's a car that I had to have in my collection. Remember, collect what you love. Don't collect the hype. If you liked today's video, please give it a like. But more importantly, give me a comment. Let me know. Did you buy this car? Is this a car that you need to have? Or is it one that you passed on? And if you did pass on it, that's fine. Let me know why. I look forward to seeing and reading all the comments, and I really look forward to responding. Thanks again for hanging out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.